What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to Lou Rock TV. And today I just want to do a couple video responses. Honestly, I usually try to do one video per response, but this is for two channels. The Basement Card Collector, who's celebrating 100 subs, and the Card Closet, who's celebrating 10,000 views on one of his first videos. But they pretty much want to tell you, or what they are looking for is a VR pretty much for your origin story. Like, show your first card, why you're collecting, your hobby story. So I figured it would be a good collaboration in doing one video for both channels. And both of these channels, you'll be able to find the link in the description below. So let's get into this. I want to flip the camera around so I can show you these cards. And some of you seen the background of my desk, and probably don't know why I have it up, but in this VR I'll explain it. So let's do it. All right, beautiful people, I am back. So I've talked about my origin story before. My grandfather was an influence on me about teaching the game of baseball. But as far as collecting, I honestly believe I started collecting because I was annoying my mother. We happened to be at Kmart. I was there with my siblings, and we're just bombarding her. Mom, can I get this? Mom, can I get that? Can I get this water gun? Can I get this cap gun? Can I get, this ball? We're just annoying the heck out of her. And she kept on saying no, and no, and no. And eventually, or that's too much money. You can't do that. We can't get this. Da, 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 da. And I think just through attrition, I just wore her down. And I just happened to pick up a blister pack of 89 Topps baseball. And I knew about sports. Like I said, my grandfather was a baseball fanatic. My father was a boxer in college. So sports was always around me, and I understood sports. But even at that young age, I was aware of, baseball because of my grandfather, who's a big Mets fan. And that, my family's from New York. So I picked up some 89 baseball, and my mom said the question, how much is it? And I think I said 99 cents or $1. She's like, okay, for $1, you can have it. And I think that was it. That's all I needed, because I knew baseball cards at that time were everywhere. They were in the gas stations. They were at Kmart. They were at Woolworth. They were everywhere. Everyone had baseball cards. My friends had baseball cards, which eventually led to me growing my collection and wanting more cards. But it was a cheap alternative that my mom was happy to pay $1, $2 for packs. I mean, packs were even cheaper. This was a blister pack. And every time I went to the store, I asked, and my mom said, sure, you could get 1 pack. Sure, you could get 2 packs. It was awesome. And as she saw my collection grow, she saw me always carrying it around, putting rubber bands on them, looking through them. She knew I was interested in it, so she was more than happy to buy me a couple packs here and there. And I talk about these cards because this was the first card from that blister pack. And the reason I picked out this blister pack was because of this red border card. Like I said, I think this is why I love Gold Cup so much. 1989 Topps of Kirby Puckett. This is just an old top loader. Top loaders are expensive. And I don't know how old this top loader is, but I've had it. It's nowhere near worth $12. It's probably like a nickel if I'm lucky. But I just remember that everywhere I went, my father was in the military, so we moved around a lot. I had to have this card. And this card, as much as it was loved, was always on top, because I had to make sure this card was with me. So with all the piles of baseball cards that I had, rubber band up, this was on top of my pile. And I was like, this is a super valuable card. I didn't even know who Kirby Puckett was. I only knew, you know, a lot of the New York players, you know, Keith Hernandez, Don Mattingly, Kevin Moss, Greg Jeffries, you know, because that's who my family talked about. But I was like, this guy has to be special just because of this special card. They don't make special cards. That's why I told my mom, they don't make special cards for special players. So super valuable. So that's why I love this card. That's what started me really collecting in the hobby. And then as I got older, my grandfather dropped some knowledge on me, and he eventually gave me this. Is the only baseball card he ever gave me. This is of his favorite player, 73 Topps, Orlando Cepeda. And when he was retiring from Pfizer, this was in his locker. And he's like, you're the perfect person to get this. And again, don't pay attention to that because it's nowhere near $24. But yeah, I remember when he gave this to me. Again, this was probably 1990, 91. And when he gave me this card, I thought I was in heaven because this was the oldest card in my collection. A 1973 Topps. Mind you, this was 90 or 91. So that made the card 17, 18 years old. And I thought it was the oldest card in the world. So, and I'm telling you, this card was like this when I got it. It was not minty. I preserved it best I could. I kept it in like a magazine for the longest. At that time, I used to love Tough Stuff. I'm sorry, it wasn't Tough Stuff. Beckett magazine. Eventually Tough Stuff because I collected everything. As you can see, football, baseball, I had basketball. So that's why I enjoyed Tough Stuff later on. But I kept this in magazines, sports magazines, just so it wouldn't get bent. And this is the first card that my grandfather gave me. The only card he gave me, and it means the world to me because he is no longer with us. Now, the final card, a lot of people see this card. This card has been on my channel a lot. I have several of this card. I actually gave one away in my giveaway last year. Shout out to James Elite Hunters who won it. And but this is the OG. This is the original. I got this in 6th grade. For Christmas. My mother, who still complains about how much she paid for it, she paid $35. $35. And let me see, 6th grade, so like 93. I think it was in 6th grade, 93. 92, 93. She gave me this 1973 Roberto Clemente. Still got the staining, the wax, I don't know what that is. I think I tried, as I got older, pantyhose. I'm sure if I clean it now, it'll come off, but I kind of like it. This is how my mom gave it to me, so I want to keep it. But yeah, she still complains about how much she paid for this card. I'm like, oh, Mom, if you knew how much I spent on cards. But 35 bucks. And, you know, this was my first Clemente card. And this is what started the obsession. And when I started really focusing on teams and players, because before I was a kid, I just wanted packs. I wanted as many packs, as many cards as I could get my hands on. And I didn't care who it was, as long as it was like some kind of insert or some kind of all-star. I loved the all-star cards back in the day. Hence why I love special cards. But when I got the Clemente, I was like, I need to get all his cards. It was just an obsession after that. And of course, I didn't get my second one until I was much older, you know, cutting grass, working, and started knocking them out that way. Because this is the only card my mom got me. It was the last Clemente card she got me. The first Clemente, the last Clemente she ever bought me. Because it was a $35 card. That's expensive. So let me before I turn the camera around, this was one of the boxes. As my collection grew, I love drawing. I love doing all kinds of things. I think I was like in 4th or 5th grade when I started doing this. Hence, like, this is a old address from back in the day. And look at this. I mean, like I said, I was like 11, 12 years old. $100 to me, you might as well have told me $1 million, because $100 was just unfathomable. And as I got older, I added names to the list. Like, it's so dope. Gia kid. And who I got there? Hongary. That was a word I made up when I was a kid. But I was a big Hurt fan. Loved Kirby, obviously. Jose Canseco was my dude. And, you know, like Blair Thomas. Like, who likes that guy? And the reason I picked Blair Thomas, I think I still have that card somewhere. I'm sure I have the card somewhere. We all have our card somewhere. But I'm pretty sure I know where I have it. But I think it was just one of he was a rookie. It was a rookie card, and it was an insert or something to that effect. And I'm like, this guy is going to be the Knicks, the next sensation. Of course, Blair Thomas didn't amount to anything, but that's why he was on this card. And the GOAT, love Dion. So let me turn the camera around. So there you have it. My origin story, my collecting story in a nutshell. I try to be quick with it. But yeah, I mean, these 3 cards are, you know, combined probably $30, especially in the condition that they're in. And out of 30, this is $28 worth. But these 3 cards are priceless to me. Love these cards. Never leave the collection. But yeah, that's it. I mean, now I'm thinking about it, 73 is a pretty important set to me. It can't be that hard to put together. Never been a set builder, but maybe 73 might be a fun one to do. Might be cheap to do. But anywho, please check out the channels. Hope this VR was satisfactory. And with that, peace out. Go Yankees. Isn't that funny? I had no Yankees in this video.